the Savannah PD, the oldest police department in the United States, Savannah Police Department, has called the APD, the Atlanta Police Department, and my two detectives that have been chasing him from Atlanta for weeks have come along with two uniformed officers in a big truck to pick him up in Savannah and are driving him back to Atlanta. So that's what's happening right now. The truck arrived at 11:30 a.m. Lynch's boss signed the paperwork brought by the officers from the APD, making the handoff legal. He turned over a fairly substantial amount of cash Wentworth had on him, a cheap watch, and a plastic trash bag containing the clothes he wore. He was now officially their responsibility. Townsend and Ramsey updated the two uniformed officers about all that had happened, and it was decided that the detectives would follow the transport truck, giving them 4 men responsible for taking care of him on the roughly 3 3/4 hour trip to Atlanta. Escorted to the truck, shackled in handcuffs and leg irons, Wentworth seemed to think this would all work out. "Good morning, officers," he greeted them, still trying to make them doubt themselves, wonder if they'd made a mistake. Gotten the wrong guy. "Let's get this settled and move on so I can get on with my life and you gentlemen can start chasing real criminals." Listening to him, Detective Townsend looked at Ramsey and just shook his head. "He's good," said Ramsey. "Real good," said Townsend. "Enough talking," said Ramsey, lifting Wentworth into the back of the truck by the waistband of his pants. "Let's get rolling." Townsend and Ramsey would follow the truck closely, keeping an eye on it just on the chance that something might happen. The plan was to not make any stops. Both vehicles had been filled up, and the cops had water for themselves and Wentworth. Everything went as planned until the uniformed cops radioed Townsend and Ramsey. "Wentworth needs to take a leak," banging on the truck's wall to get their attention. He'd made his needs apparent. "Screw him, I'm older than him and I can make it. Tell him to hold it. He needs a prostate exam. Of course, he'll get lots of those in prison." Thank you. Ramsey chuckled at the uncomfortable humor. He was pissed, not wanting to deviate from the plan. You know I can't do that, Detective. We have to give him every consideration or human rights groups will be up in arms saying we violated his rights. There's a truck stop at the next exit. Let's just stop, get it done real quick like and get back on the road. Depending on the traffic, we've only got another 30 or 45 minutes. All right, damn it, he told Townsend. You got the gist of it. He needs to take a piss. We can't violate his goddamn human rights. What about his victim's rights to life? We'll stop at the next damn exit, a truck stop. Once they passed the sign indicating they were a mile from the exit, the detectives passed the truck to get there first. Pulled up in front of the Valero truck stop where Townsend parked in the fire zone. The detectives exited the patrol car and, weapons drawn, waited as the transport pulled in right behind their car. The uniforms climbed out of the cab and pulled their weapons, and with Townsend and Ramsey covering them, they opened the rear door and helped out the accused serial killer. Wentworth got out of the dark transport, squinting from the bright sunlight, moved slowly from stiffness. Still cuffed and shackled, he wasn't going anywhere very fast. He looked directly up at the bright sun, making himself sneeze. "What, no God bless you?" They all ignored it. The uniforms flanking him and the detectives behind, they escorted him to the men's room. Passing two pre-teenage boys staring at him in his chains, he raised his cuffed hands in the universal imaginary gun position and shot them, then gave them a quick wink. The uniforms walked him in, and one said, "Urinal. No privacy? You better get used to it where you're going." The detectives were drinking coffee when they arrived. Wentworth said, "How about a Mountain Dew? You got any money?" said Ramsey. "Oh yeah, no you don't. That's because you're going to jail. Sorry. Besides, you probably just have to piss again."